Have you ever found yourself stopping in silence, simply because of a dry branch lying in the path? Not because it blocks the way, but because it reminds you of someone who once paused for you. I watched this film on a quiet afternoon, when outside there was only the sound of desolate comings and goings, and in my heart there was nothing more than a sigh. The film does not begin with a sentimental background music. No one rushes across the opening screen, it simply starts with long.
Is this the right pot?
A man who has been through so much.
We need to sort these vegetables.
Quietly setting foot back in the old region. No one welcomes him, and no one asks why he is returned. But the way he bends down to pick up a leaf branch still covered in dew makes the viewer understand that he is not returning to relive the past. He just wants to reunite with a part of himself that he has long forgotten.
These vegetables really don't have any bugs, do they? Ignore them. Are these even called plants? Stalks? Small vegetable stalks, right? I see a few vegetable stalks. Those wilted ones, did you and Linda pick them this morning? Picked them. These vegetables look so nice. They must be delicious.
I've never eaten them before.
I haven't tried these vegetables yet. I don't even know how to cook these vegetables.
Cooking these vegetables is simple. Just stir fry them until they're cooked, and they're ready to eat.
Linda lives there in a small wooden house, nestled in a garden full of shade and cricket sounds. She is not like the typical female characters. No makeup. Not talkative. She simply lives slowly and patiently, like someone who has learned to breathe through storms. She does not look at Jack the first time they meet.
Are you sorting vegetables? Yes. Lisa and I are sorting green vegetables. Long, I bought this pork knuckle. What can we make with it? What dish can we prepare? This pork knuckle. The other day, I saw Linda had some dried bamboo shoots. Does she still have them? We can cook it with. This dish can be stewed with. Dried bamboo shoots make it sweet and fragrant. If Linda's bamboo shoots are the same kind. I haven't tried them, but they're probably even tastier. Where are your dried bamboo shoots? Don't we need to blanch those bamboo shoots first? Hot water, right? For bamboo shoots. We can boil them in leaf-infused water. If we have time, we should soak them first. But since we're short on time, let's just boil them directly. Add cold water and bring it to a boil. Blanch them briefly. They're huge.
She only asks if he needs water, and goes inside before hearing the answer. I was once a woman like that. Not asking out of curiosity, not waiting out of hope, just to
Jack,
offer a glass of
what do we
water.
do with this now? Should
we blanch it? I usually
blanch it when I stew it. But I'm not sure if we have. Industrial broth. Here. We don't have it. What can we do? Got it. Dried palm leaves.
Just to offer a glass of water, as if reminding oneself that kindness needs no reason. The film's pace is unhurried. Each detail is like a piece of memory being turned over, very lightly, very gently. When Linda hangs the laundry, we see her hands tremble slightly, not from the cold, but because for too many years she has had to hide her fear with steady movements. When Jack looks at the old
You've walked
kitchen,
far. If you're tired, sit and rest.
he does not see objects. He sees his mother, the woman who once waited for him to come home, but never dared to message him again.
Can you hand me a knife?
There is a scene in the film that choked me up. Linda walks past the old wooden table and lightly touches its surface. She does not sit down nor dust it off, but you can feel that it is where she once sat waiting for a meal that she never got to share with anyone. And in Jack's eyes, I see something more painful than an apology. The realization that he has arrived too late. The film does nothing grand, no one shouts. No one falls into each other's arms, but each small action is a bell toll. Like when Jack brings firewood into the kitchen. Linda does not say thank you, but for the first time, she opens the window curtain to let light shine into the place she has always hidden. You might ask, do they fall in love then? I do not know, because this part does not mention love. It only shows to people who have been hurt. Learning to trust again, not through words, but through presence. I once thought I was strong, but when I watched the scene where Jack quietly repairs the stone steps that no one notices have sunk, I burst into tears. Not because it is a grand act, but because some people who once left now return.
Here
Not
it
to
is.
apologize, but to fill the small holes in others' hearts. Silently.
Do you need any more help? No, I've got this. I can handle this part. Those dried bamboo shoots. How do we prepare those bamboo shoots? For the dried bamboo shoots, just add water and we probably don't need to blanch them again. Blanching in hot water might make them lose flavor. It could reduce their quality.
This part ends with a still scene. When the food is cooked, and all four people sit together around the warm fire. And I think, perhaps that is the first time in the film a character is invited to stay without having to ask permission. Have you ever passed through a morning without bird songs? Without the smell of rice? Without people calling each other? Yet still feel the gentle presence of someone? A kind of silence. Not to escape, but to breathe together. Part 2 of the story begins with such a morning. The sky is bright with rain. Dew still clings to the tree's eyelids. Linda brews tea and places a cup by the window frame. She does not call Jack to wake up, but she knows he is awake, just not ready to come out. And indeed, after a few minutes, Jack steps out onto the porch, unhurried. His shirt not fully buttoned, eyes still heavy from last night's sleep. He sits down without greeting, just takes a sip of tea and says, "Here, no one needs to say anything in the morning." Linda nods, No one forces anyone to be cheerful. That line is as light as the steam from the tea. But it lingers long. Because, you know, there are places, relationships where if you do not appear enthusiastic, people find it annoying. But here, they allow each other to be weary, to be at peace. That entire morning, Jack fiddles with the porch roof, where the tiles have long been misaligned. Linda waters the plants, trims the thorny weeds. Encroaching on the fence, they pass each other a few times without touching, but without avoiding each other. There is a small detail I love very much. Gathers some eggshells, crush them, and sprinkles them around the melon roots. Jack asks what it is for. She replies, to prevent ants from biting the melons. Sometimes, we do not need to chase the ants away. Just gently remind them this is not their place. I laughed, but in my heart, I fell silent. How many times in life have I left eggshells for the one I love? Not to protect them, but to ward off things that could hurt them. Silently and patiently, like Linda. That afternoon, Jack opens a drawer long untouched. There are a few old items, a yellowed notebook, a small bag with embroidered handkerchiefs, and a faded photo. He holds it up to look, then puts it away. Linda sees, but does not ask. She only quietly wipes the table surface where the photo was once placed.
Got it.
Got it.
Is this the same bamboo shoot dish we had last time? Yes, I'll go help prepare it. One more thing. Almost forgot. This dish. Now we stir-fry this dish, right?
That evening, they eat together. The meal is nothing special. Spinach soup, braised meat, and dipping sauce. But Jack eats more slowly, and when Linda stands to clear the dishes, he holds her hand briefly. Not forcefully, not for long, but enough for her to know he sees it, and thanks her for letting him sit there. The film says nothing about their past, but each gesture reveals so much. Jack was once a person who moved quickly, spoke quickly, thinking silence was coldness. But now, he begins to learn to be silent with others, without feeling empty. Do you see that the things people keep are not because they are beautiful, but because they came at a time when they no longer believe they would receive anything more, and at that moment, even a pebble is proof that someone was once here, once thought of you. In the afternoon, rain pours suddenly. Linda has not yet gathered the laundry. Jack runs out to collect it. He does not hand it to her right away. He hangs it by the bed, wiping off the lingering drops. That gesture, in my eyes, is deeper than an apology. In the evening, they sit reading together under the old lamp. Linda reads, Jack does not. He only looks at the light on her face and asks very softly, "If tomorrow you do not see me anymore, would you be sad?" Linda does not answer right away. She closes the book and looks outside. "It is not that I fear you disappearing, I just fear having to get used again too. No one listening. I have said that in a different way. But I understand. That fear, the fear not of losing someone, but of having to return once more to oneself. In the familiar house, where the light still shines, but the heart is extinguished." Jack looks at Linda for a long time and nods. "Then I will learn to listen without interruption. Without analyzing, just
Can you
listen."
set out this tray for me? This dish.
And I understand that tomorrow, they may still be strangers. But tonight, two broken souls have sat together, hiding nothing. Have you ever sat next to someone for a long time without saying anything? But when they stand up, you feel a void in your heart? That whole day, Linda tends the garden alone. She waters the plants, hangs the laundry, folds some face towels.
Grab that knife over there. For the dipping sauce, we need to grill the leaves first. Look.
Grilling them makes them more aromatic.
Watch out, I'm putting the vegetables down. Be careful of the splatter.
Late afternoon, rain comes suddenly. Linda does not go inside right away. She stands before the porch, holding a bowl she was still wiping. The rain patters lightly on the roof, then quiets. And I wonder, in moments like that, does she miss him? Jack returns when it is already dark. He does not bring much. Just a few new sets of clothes. When he enters, Linda is still untangling her hair. Not surprised, not reproachful, just asks, "Was it hot outside?" I am not sure if that is an answer or permission to stay, but Linda does not respond. She just stands up and gets a towel for Jack. That action is light but makes me almost want to cry. Because for someone who has been left behind, still choosing to care is a form of courage hard to name. That evening's dinner proceeds quietly, with nothing elaborate. But when Jack serves a piece of meat to Linda, she looks at him for a long time and asks, "Do you still think about returning to the city?"
It's really delicious, Long. The
Jack
dipping
answers
sauce
after
smells
a breath.
amazing. It's so fragrant.
After a breath, "Only when I am no longer needed. It is not that I want to stay here forever,
Everything's finished.
because I love you, but I am here if you need me." A statement respectful enough, gentle enough, and mature enough not to turn affection into a burden. After the meal, Jack places a new lamp upon the table and says, "The old lamp
It
flickers
looks
often.
so appetizing.
This one is more stable." Linda says nothing, but when going to bed that night, She places that lamp by the window,
Here's the dipping sauce.
where anyone from outside can see that this house has people, light, and hope.
Let's eat.
Let's eat.
Everyone, please try it. Go ahead and taste it. Come on, everyone, dig in. Try the dish I made. The dipping sauce looks delicious. Lisa, try my dish. The one I cooked. Go ahead and eat. Lisa, have some more. Everyone, help yourselves. No one's going hungry today, right? How many dishes did everyone make today?
No love is named. But in the final frames, the viewer knows that some people pass through each other's lives, not to stay, but to help each other stay with
Thank you.
themselves. Thank you everyone for watching the video. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Thank you.